Hola y bienvenidos a un nuevo vídeo de Genshin Impact. Estamos aquí de vuelta en la ciudad de Liyue y hoy vamos a completar una misión bastante especial que no es otra que la que os voy a mostrar a continuación. Concretamente la tenemos desde hace mucho tiempo y me la he ido guardando porque básicamente es una misión que hace falta completarla, ¿vale? Para seguir avanzando en las legendarias, concretamente en la de Tartaglia. Y aquí os la dejo, es El ratón de biblioteca Spatching, una aventura literaria. Como ya sabéis, durante la misión legendaria de Lisa nos informó de un libro y demás y teníamos que descubrir más cosas, pero para ello debíamos de llegar a Liyue, así que ahora ya la podemos completar. Desde que desbloqueemos Liyue realmente vais a poder completar esta misión y lo primero que hay que hacer es preguntar a Jifang sobre la guía del viaje de Teyvat. Ya sabéis, estamos buscando la edición, ¿vale? En este caso en el puerto de Liyue y hay que visitar los lugares que aparecen en dicha guía, así que vamos a venir por aquí y vamos a buscar completar una nueva misión de este juegazo, de Genshin Impact. Lo primero que os recomiendo es que vengáis el teletransportador que he venido yo. Esto es la entrada básicamente de Liyue. Y bueno, por aquí lo primero que tendremos que hacer es venir hasta aquí para hablar con este personaje. Y aquí tenéis a cierto personaje que no habíamos visto hasta ahora.
We're looking for the Liyue volume of the Teyvat Travel Guide. Do you have it in stock?
Sorry, dear. We stopped stocking that a very long time ago. It just wasn't selling.
Huh? But the Mondstadt volume was so interesting. Bummer.
The thing is, the author made it too personal, and the result wasn't really much of a guide. It barely sold any copies, and the few travelers that did buy it made complaints afterward.
Mucha pasión y poca claridad.
That's a shame. The Mondstadt volume was a good read, even just as an adventurer's diary.
The fact remains that I don't have it in stock. If you must read it, try your luck at Chang the Ninth's place.
Vale.
Who's Chang the Ninth?
A book collector who lives in Qingce village. He's a complete grouch, but he will behave himself if the conversation is about books. He was a regular customer here back when he lived in Liyue Harbor, and I still send him the odd out-of-print book or two every now and then.
Did somebody say out-of-print books?
Me encanta este personaje, por cierto, hace tiempo que no juego, tengo que levearlo, ¿eh?
Is there a chance that Volume 6 of Legend of the Shattered Halberd is also in his collection?
¿Quién eres?
Apologies, my liege. Where are my manners? My name is Sing Cho, a humble literature enthusiast who happened to be passing by. Since you and I are both in search of lost books, what say we travel together to Mount Qingce and pay a visit to Chang the Ninth?
Tiene sentido, tú nos guías y nosotros te seguimos.
Lover.
Pues nada, parece que por fin hacemos una quest en la que conocemos a Xingqiu y aquí empieza Fábula de Textil, Acto 1, El ratón de biblioteca espadachín. Vamos a hablar con él.
I've had my heart set on getting hold of a copy of Legend of the Shattered Halberd, Volume 6 for the longest time now. Frankly, I'd be willing to do whatever it takes to get my hands on that book.
Vale. Vamos lo primero de todo a comprobar un poquito por aquí que no haya ningún libro o algo. No veo ninguno, ¿vale? Vale. Parece que nuestro objetivo ahora en este caso es que hay que visitar a Chang, ¿no? Vale, básicamente como se encuentra bastante lejos, os recomiendo que tiremos del buen teleport. Como podéis ver, es una quest que realmente por lo que vemos está vinculada a un personaje que hacía tiempo que me preguntaba dónde iba a estar su misión y bueno, aquí parece que sí que está la misión y la verdad que es un personaje que tengo desbloqueado y que me preguntaba mucho por su historia, ya que en uno de los primeros trailers salía pues en este lugar que vimos ahí en el cielo con una de las, que el tesoro de las tres montañas, ¿no? De las grullas, que las enfocábamos y podíamos llegar arriba. Y por fin ahora pues vamos viendo sentido y aparece el personaje. Ya sé que me faltan muchas misiones de estas secundarias simples y tal, algunas de ellas las traeré a poder ser si me las pedís en concreto, pero sobre todo lo que quería estos días antes de la actualización del día 23 es intentar terminar el tema de las quests legendarias, porque me parecen muy interesantes y seguro que vamos a descubrir mucho más de lo que más me gusta a mí, que es el lore de Genshin Impact. Además tenemos un evento ahora que a lo mejor me pongo, si no me es mucha molestia, quizás me ponga a grabarlo todos los días, que es el evento este de la cocina, con un poco para que tengáis el completarlo cada día y demás y os sea fácil. Pero bueno, lo que sé que más me habéis pedido es las legendarias y aquí estoy para traeroslas. Aquí parece que hay algo importante. Vale. Listo. Es ver que llueve y me entra ganas de... Vale, aquí parece que hay cositas, así que vamos a investigar. Vale. Bambú. Y ahora vamos a ver un poco dónde puede estar el objetivo, ¿no? Visita Chang en la aldea de Qingce. Vamos a preguntar por Chang. No, puede que esté ahí arriba. Vamos a ver. Bueno, una persona solitaria podría vivir ahí arriba, por ejemplo. No sé, tengo ganas de ver qué tal continúan. La verdad que, tengo que decirlo, aquí todo lo que es el lore y demás es algo que me sorprende gratamente cada vez. Y no sé, me flipa muchísimo. Tiene pinta, ¿no? Ahí está Chang, que lo menos tiene toda la pinta y estaba clarísimo, ahí está.
The heavens are smiting me to smithereens.
Disculpe, ¿es usted Chang en lo menos?
Uh-huh. And what do you want? Come on, spit it out.
We've heard you've got tons of old books lying around, and we want to borrow the Liyue volume of the Teyvat Travel Guide.
Huh. Don't get me started on the topic of my books. After the chasm was sealed off, the family mining business started going south. Then the Fatui started working to sabotage me. To pay off my debts, I had no choice but to pawn off my beloved book collection. Every last book. Do you have any idea what that means?
¿Está triste porque no tiene nada que leer ahora?
Wrong. That was my life's work. I devoted my entire life to curating, collecting, caring for them, and now they're gone. Gone, I tell you. It's useless ranting and raving at you like this. All I can do is try to save enough Mora to buy them back. Unless you have other business here, I'm done talking to you. Goodbye. Off.
Please tell me that you didn't pawn Volume 6 of Legend of the Shattered Halberd.
Legend of the Shattered Halberd. There is a title I haven't heard in a long time.
What? But we don't?
That work was an epic-defining masterpiece. Granted, it was almost unknown at the time it was published, but over time it was the work that came to define the genre of martial arts novels and sparked a plethora of imitation works.
Qué profundo que
Barely
se ha
any
puesto.
copies of the first edition were ever printed.
The later edition inexplicably went out of print, almost as soon as it was released. A shame, given what it allegedly added to the original story.
Madre mía.
Yes, that's right. How did I forget? The original edition's 6th volume of that work is so rare. I could never bring myself to pawn it no matter how much I needed the money.
O sea, que este lo tiene.
You mean you still have it?
Yes, it is my one and only remaining treasure.
Hey, Chang. You've got some nerve keeping me and my boss waiting like this. I need an answer. Will you sell the Corlapis or not? I'm sure you don't need me to remind you that if you mess with Gentry Moutsai, you're messing with the Fatui.
Oh, you again. But you know I can't afford to give a 70% discount on the price. I'd never be able to buy my collection back.
That's your business. The question is, do you want your books, or do you want food on your plate? Perhaps you'd like to take your books with you to an early grave.
Qué tonto, ¿no? El tío este.
You...
Whoa there, friend. Come on. This gentleman is either willing to make a deal or he's not. You can't force him to sell against his will.
Just who do you think you are? Keep your nose out of other people's business.
My liege, I am but one who comes to the aid of this gentleman in his moment of need. I am Xingqiu, disciple of the
Xingqiu.
Guhua clan.
Guhua clan? Did you hear this clown? He thinks he's a Guhua master in this day and age. Oh, there was me thinking the last granddads of Guhua had keeled over and died by now.
Justice is blind to our backgrounds, my friend. That just makes me someone trying to do the right thing. But you? The weasel who does the tiger's bidding may be less powerful than his master, but he is no less guilty.
Get a load of this guy. Just you wait. You'll be sorry you crossed me. And you, Chang, you're selling that Corlapis whether you like it or not.
Oh, how the wolves prey upon the fallen tiger. My days are numbered.
So, just to come back to what we were talking about earlier, could I get a yay or nay about borrowing that book?
3 palabras, lee entre líneas.
Oh, what does it matter now? I can't expect anybody to care about me anymore. But since you did stick up for me, please, just take this book and leave me in peace.
3 long years I have waited for this day. Words cannot express my gratitude. I, Xingqiu, vow to repay this great act of generosity.
Me mola el nombre de Xingqiu.
All right, give it a rest. Just bring it back when you're finished. Sorry, but I'm not about to put my hopes in some self-professed Guhua disciple.
Parece que no se lo creen.
Where are you going? We've still got a job to do over here.
Parece que se va, ¿no? Bueno, a ver. Encuentra a Xingqiu que se fue tras tomar prestado un libro, ¿no? Vale. Parece que tenemos que venir por aquí. Me está molando, tengo que decirlo, de que es lo que digo, es que engancha mucho con toda la historia, pero es que hay tanto que contar, tanto que hacer, que de verdad es la magia que tiene el Genshin Impact. Lo digo mucho, es un juego que os puede enganchar a unos niveles brutales, porque hay tanto que hacer en este mundo que de verdad uno se queda perplejo a veces de todas las opciones que tenemos para vivir y disfrutar una gran aventura. Vamos a buscar a Xingqiu y a ver un poquito cómo continúa esto. De momento lo digo, me ha sorprendido mucho el rollo ese que ha dicho, porque creo que leí algo en uno de los libros o documentos del juego, del tema del clan que ha comentado. Es un clan especialista en las artes marciales antiguas, se supone, ¿no? Vamos a investigar todo esto ahí. Pam, pim, pam. Vale. Ah, está aquí. He pasado de largo, genial. Hola.
So, you like reading, huh? Mr. 5-second hero?
Oh, amazing! I never saw that coming.
Hello? Xingqiu? Anybody
Xingqiu?
in there?
No wonder this book is so highly sought after.
How can they bully poor old Cheng the Ninth like this? Forcing him to sell his ore for dirt cheap? It's daylight robbery, pure and simple.
Tenemos que encontrar una manera de ayudar a Chang.
Don't forget me. I'm in too.
Oh, so now you can hear what we're saying.
The reason I borrowed this book is that it would be a real pity if Cheng the Ninth ended up having to pawn it. And I meant every word I said to Cheng the Ninth. I will return his act of kindness. It is the just thing to do. I will be custodian of this book, and I will also help find a way to buy back the rest of his collection.
Va, parece que tienes un plan.
Of course I do. An initial plan, anyway. I still need to work out the details. Give me a second to reflect. It shan't take but a moment.
You're still here? What is this, a game to you? You think no one's really gonna get hurt? I gotta hand it to the Goofball clan. What you lack in numbers and talent, you make up for in guts. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say Goofball clan? I meant Guhua clan.
There's a saying that goes, the insect that shakes the oak tree ludicrously overestimates its ability.
Quit quoting proverbs at me, you buffoon.
Please leave this place.
Madre
I will
mía,
not
aquí
tolerate an
pardísima,
attempt to
¿eh?
coerce an honest trader.
It's cute that you want to stick your neck out for Chang and all, but you picked the wrong time, you little punk. I brought the Fatui to back me up. A whole army of you and your little Guhua buddies wouldn't be able to help you now.
I may be young, my liege, but the path I have chosen makes me no stranger to conflict.
Oh, great speech. But now it's time for you to learn your lesson.
Parece que viene combate, ¿no? Ahora lo tenemos, ¿no? Con nosotros.
You here to play with me?
You're open.
¿Qué no? ¿Me está dejando? ¿Qué ha pasado? Un segundo que se me ha bugueado el nivel. No sé qué haya pasado, que me cambiaba de personaje y lo habéis visto. O sea, no estaba tocando nada y es como que apretase. Y no apretaba nada. Así en plan de, ¿qué está pasando aquí? Vamos por la mano. ¿Sí? Es la que más me preocupa aquí.
Body and mind. Rain outlines your face.
¿Ya? Vale. La tocha ya está. Vamos ahora por los esbirros. Vamos a aprovechar para pelear con el nene. Ahí, pues que me encanta. Sabéis que es uno de los personajes que más me han gustado siempre.
Time to act.
Aquí está más nivel de lo que lo tengo yo, que lo tengo al 50, ojo.
I thought that was just a regular pendant you were wearing, not a vision. You won this round, but you better watch your back. This isn't over.
Would it be too much to hope they've learned their lesson?
Entonces, eres un portador de visión.
Yes, though I try to avoid using it. I dislike the unfair advantage it gives me against my opponents. Though I long to restore Guhua to its former glory, it is no easy task.
They've gone for now, but they'll be back looking to cause more trouble before...
I'll see to it that no harm comes to those who show me kindness. There is a just and unjust way to do business. It's not like the Fatui to pick sides in a business dispute. But the confident demeanor of their errand boy suggests there is substance to his words. There must be a deeper level of collusion at work here. He mentioned Gentry Mautai. I know this name. He has a stately residence in Liyue Harbor. Maybe the two of you could go and investigate.
That idea works, but what are you gonna do?
Me? I have other things to look into. Let me see. Let us meet at Yujing Terrace in Liyue Harbor in a bit.
You really have stuff to do?
Wow, so that's how that turned out. This whole passage is just... extraordinary.
Ugh, this guy is so annoying! Paimon just wants to slap him right in his stupid face!
La venganza de Xingqiu puede ser lenta, pero es segura.
Fine. But, as per tradition, Paimon gets to pick an ugly nickname for him. From now on, he shall be
El
known
nerd de
as...
Guhua. Madre mía. Esta y sus nombres, de verdad, le pone motes a todos. Me hace mucha gracia porque es real. Vale, parece que hemos completado lo primero. Ahora tenemos lo siguiente, ¿no? Dirígete a la mansión de... Vale, vamos a pulsar aquí para seguir. Y bueno, vamos a indagar, ¿no? Me ha gustado bastante lo que es la misión que hemos visto. Me ha sorprendido ver aquí a el personaje este, porque, joder, me pensaba que no salía, igual que Beidou, por ejemplo, todavía no tiene ninguna quest en la que se nos presente. Pues no sé, hay personajes que de verdad quiero saber más de ellos. De momento, por ejemplo, Sakarosa tampoco tenemos mucha idea de qué quest le pondrán. Además, el siguiente banner que viene ya lo han confirmado, por cierto, sale Albedo, que es un nuevo personaje de Geo. Así que quizás, lo que digo, en Espina Dragón tengamos alguna quest de estas nuevas, aparte de algunas legendarias nuevas. Supongo que a Albedo le pondrán alguna seguro para volver a Mondstadt. Y no sé, me llama mucho la atención cómo están sacando las cosas del juego. Realmente sí que hay motivo para volver todas las semanas al juego y eso es algo que me mola. Y además yo, pues como ya sabéis, antes de la siguiente ciudad me dejé un par de cosas para, lo que digo, tener, por si tardaban en sacar contenido, pues tener cosas que hacer. Ya que realmente el juego todavía tiene muchas y me lo estoy tomando a un ritmo que no es el más bestia. Por eso mismo, ¿no? Por traeros un contenido más que nada de manera diaria, poder ir trayendo vídeos, que los disfrutéis. Y yo creo que eso al final es la clave, ¿no? En todo esto. A ver, obviamente para subir ahí arriba creo que lo más fácil es venirme por aquí, ¿no? Vamos por partes. Vamos, Jin. Cambiamos a George. Creo que esta probablemente sea una de las aventuras más largas que os traiga al canal, con todos los vídeos y el contenido que tiene Genshin. Pero creo que también va a ser una de las más épicas porque de verdad desde el principio, desde el primer día estoy in love con este juego, chicos.
What if Master finds out?
Vamos a ver qué pasa aquí porque esto tiene pinta que...
How strange. You're not on the guest list. The Master's dealing with some urgent business today. All prior appointments have been canceled.
Urgent business? What is it?
The Master's been working on a major business deal recently. He left early this morning to meet with a VIP client.
So, where is he now?
I'm sorry. The Master is stressed that we must not disclose that information to just anyone.
¿Estás diciendo que no somos VIP?
I mean, yes. Yes, you are. I meant no offense. Please, believe me.
Llévame con el burgués Mao Tsai o sufre las consecuencias.
I'm sorry. Master's currently in business negotiations at Shinya Kiosk. I beg for your mercy, please. My master will show me no leniency if he finds out.
Well, my master has much more important things to do than talking to rude guards like you. Luckily for you, your bad attitude will be the last thing on his mind when he's busy negotiating a big business deal with your boss.
Thank you. May your business forever be blessed by the Lord of Geo.
Vale. Por cierto, a ver
Nice
si...
work! Paimon never knew you were such a tough negotiator.
Tú tampoco lo hiciste nada mal.
Paimon loves compliments and all, but treating Paimon to some tasty snacks would show that you really mean it. Anyway, seems like the VIP client in question must be one of the Fatui.
Podemos usarlo a nuestro favor.
In that case, let's get ourselves over to the Shinue kiosk.
Vale, pues vamos allá.
Seems business is booming at the
Me
Shinue
está pareciendo
kiosk.
interesante, la
No
quest.
one
O
should
sea,
notice if we blend in there.
vale, se ve
But
divertido
either
todo el tema
way,
este.
if we want to
Vamos
know
a
what
aquí
kind of
aprovechar para
shady
coger
business they're up
flores de seda.
to, we better be
Regresamos.
careful.
Ahí está. Y lirios. No, quería coger los lirios, aquí hay un cofre. Ahí estamos, perfecto. Muy bien. Vale, parece que hay que subir ahí arriba, así que vamos a tomarnos el camino corto. Aquí está, ¿no? Al lado del periodista.
I understand. I do. Please do not worry. You have my word that the order will be completed as promised.
The subordinate I sent was not quite so optimistic in his appraisal. Is somebody being uncooperative?
We just ran into a minor procurement problem, but it's nothing for you to worry about. If Chang the Ninth won't sell, I can buy from someone else.
That would be most ideal. I remind you again that the Fatui care only about the result. We are willing to lend a certain degree of support to this transaction. You may suddenly find our goodwill comes at a price you cannot afford.
I understand. I am indebted to you for your protection. You know I would not dream of disappointing you.
Las garras de los
We
Fatui
shall
están en todos
see
lados.
when the time comes.
Darn that old man Chang.
So, Mr. Gentry Moutsai is colluding with the Fatui. Who knows if Guwa Geek has made any progress? Should we go tell him?
Vamos a hablar con él. Vale, hay que informar a Xingqiu. Aquí, por cierto, hay un montón de quests que las podré ir haciendo brevemente en próximos vídeos, así que ya sabéis. El Liyue está lleno de misiones, es otra cosa que me gusta mucho. Y el tema es que probablemente, lo que digo, me las estoy guardando para cuando complete las legendarias, ponerme con algunas de ellas, porque de verdad creo que todas las misiones de estos juegos son muy interesantes y al final pues mola un montón ir descubriendo más y más secretos de Genshin Impact. Es lo que digo, dicen que las zonas son cortas y tal, pero yo por ejemplo aún no me he terminado. El de Monstant sí que me falta, creo que es una misión que la quiero traer en uno de los próximos vídeos, que es cortita supongo, de estas de secundarias. Y ya tendré todas, pero del Liyue me falta mucho todavía, por lo que hay un montón.
You said you had other things to look into, as if you're some sort of man of mystery. When actually, all you meant was you wanted somewhere new to park your backside while you read your book.
Ahora sabemos cuál es el negocio del burgués Moutsai.
I see. I guessed as much.
Did you really guess, or are you just saying that to sound clever?
The course of action we must take is now clear. To start with, please deliver this letter to the Feiyun Commerce Guild, my liege. For reasons that I cannot explain, I will be unable to join you. There is no need for you to read the contents of the letter. When the
Ugh, this writing is super hard to read. Paimon can't make heads or tails of it.
¿Está en una escritura antigua, tal vez?
Hence why I said there's no need for you to read it. The Feiyun Commerce Guild will have someone who can understand it.
But why would you want to get them involved? They're one of the bigwig commerce guilds in Liyue. Why would they want to help us?
Y ahora es cuando yo pregunto en plan random, ¿pero qué es un gremio de comerciantes de Feiyun?
Since we got to Liyue, Paimon keeps hearing
Vale,
people
supervisa los
mention
negocios
it.
aquí.
Having such big backing would be great and all, but are you sure they'd want to help?
No need to worry about that. From what I know, they share my sense of chivalry.
Vale.
Once they have read the carefully reasoned and passionately argued case I put forth in this letter, they will certainly be moved to action.
¿De verdad funcionará?
Gentry Moutsai must be taught a lesson he will never forget. This is something we cannot do on our own. Also, I do not wish for anyone else to know of my involvement in this.
Why not? You're only doing this to try and help Chang the Ninth, right?
To silently disappear at the matter's conclusion, concealing one's name and contribution. Each droplet of kindness I receive, I am duty-bound to repay with a welling spring of gratitude.
That sounds very lovely.
Me cae muy bien este
But
personaje.
be honest, you just want them to do it so you can carry on reading your book, don't...
Thank you in advance for delivering this letter to the Feiyun Commerce Guild.
Hey!
Pues sí, te he ignorado de lleno, Paimon, lo siento. Es lo que hay. Vale, por aquí nos van dando experiencia, vamos a seguir obviamente marcando las cosas. Y bueno, vamos un poquito a continuar explorando Liyue, ¿no? Esto está guay porque realmente es una misión que nos permite recorrernos un poco Liyue, ¿no? Y ir conociendo más de la ciudad. Me ha gustado, ha tenido un combate chulo, así que ya veremos un poco cómo continúa, pero de momento está interesantísimo, la verdad. Venimos con noticias de un asunto que requiere su ayuda, todo en la presente misiva. ¿Por qué de repente estás hablando como Shinchu?
A letter? Oh, I see.
¿Otra
This
vez?
again. Oh, don't mind me. I was just speculating.
Can he actually read this thing?
Yes, the script is inimitable by the uninitiated. Honored guests, you must both be wary from your long journey. Please allow the Feiyun Commerce Guild to be your host for tonight.
¿Qué?
Please rest assured that the matter written about has been duly received. We just need some time to prepare. Please take a seat here in Leo Lee Pavilion, where you may enjoy some light refreshments while taking in the ocean view. Consider it a small token of our esteem.
Vaya.
Yay, tasty snacks! They're giving us the VIP treatment.
Of course. We treat visitors with the utmost respect here at the Feiyun Commerce Guild. When honored guests grace us with their presence, far be it from us to shirk our duty to them. Please, this way.
Vale, me ha sorprendido bastante, ¿eh? Ojo con aquí el amiguito que tiene sus contactos ahí en Liyue. No sé, la verdad que el personaje me parece bastante guay. Me recuerda mucho a Shiryu, el Caballero del Dragón de Caballeros del Zodiaco, en cuanto a ese honor, esa... No sé, es algo que de verdad sorprende muchísimo, ¿eh? De verdad, o sea, no os lo podéis ni imaginar. Y además me está gustando mucho la misión por el tema de que... Jope, es lo que digo, el cómo están guionizadas las misiones, ¿no? Cómo nos cuentan la historia y todo eso. Hay algunas como esta que me enganchan un montonazo, o sea, es flipante. Vamos a ver.
Paimon thought we'd get kicked out or turned away at the door. Paimon didn't think Guhua Geek had so much clout.
Thank you for your patience. With the amount of wealth and power Gentry Mount Sai has, it will take more than a slap on the wrist to get through to him. For him to correct the error of his ways, he must feel for himself the same suffering he has inflicted on Chang the Ninth. Since Gentry Mount Sai's business has to do with core lapis, we simply need to buy up all the stock there is in Liyue. That will put him in a rather sticky situation. Deprived of the necessary raw materials, even the best craftsperson in Teyvat would be unable to make their product.
Great idea! That'll be sure to mess things up between him and the Fatui. But Liyue is huge. Is it really possible to buy up every last bit of core lapis in the harbor?
With the timescale we are on, it is indeed a challenge. Hence, as stated in the letter, we must ask for your further cooperation in the matter. First, there are a number of vendors in the city you will need to buy from. There is also some unsold core lapis at the chasm. You will need to purchase that too. Finally, there is Chang the Ninth's batch.
Alrighty, so 3 sellers in the city, another one at the chasm, and then Chang the Ninth.
Of course, we are not expecting you to cover the cost.
Wow, so many more! With cash like this, Paimon could rent out Lioli Pavilion and eat there for a whole month!
El gremio de Feiyun es generoso con sus recursos. Gracias.
Well, this is not the first time we've had to do something like this. It's just par for the course now. All you need to do is strike a deal. The Feiyun Commerce Guild will handle the transportation and other trifling matters. Once you have purchased all the core lapis, please proceed to the Feiyun Commerce Guild's warehouse.
Vale.
Gotta hand it to Guhua Geek.
Pues ya lo
This is
tenemos
some
claro, ¿no? Un
seriously
gran saco de
solid work
moras,
for a
madre
guy
mía.
who lives in a fantasy world. Let's do this in the order the guy said. First the sellers in the city, then the chasm, and then last but not least,
Vale, vamos a
Chang
salir
the
por aquí,
Ninth.
del pabellón Liyue. Y bueno, ya estamos aquí, vamos a ir a los objetivos, parece que tenemos varios, así que vamos a encargarnos de poner los moras en buena posesión. Vamos aquí a hablar primero con Shinsun.
The key here is consumer psychology.
¿Qué ha pasado?
Hi, anything I can do for you?
Todo tu core lapis.
You want all? That's sad. No. Oh, it's for... Oh,
vale.
Don't worry. Thank you for your
Contrato firmado. Uno menos. Ha sido rápido, ¿eh? Vale, parece que por aquí están las otras tiendas. ¡Oh! Mesami. Madre mía. Este tío me encantó de una misión de evento. Ivanovich. Entendido.
Good day, my friend.
¿No te queda con Rapis?
Oh, I thought you were here to purchase Snezhnayan products. No, that I still have. Although I ship it all to factories in Snezhnaya. Too much hassle, not enough return. Sorry. What? No. All right. Clearly.
Vale, pues ahora ya van todos. Vale, esto parece que es una de las quests de aquí, ¿no? Está ahí, vale.
Oi! Shh! Keep your voice. All of it would be far more.
Tenemos que ir para el gremio y listo. ¿Vale?
This is going well.
Dirígete al abismo a comprar el Corlapis, ¿no? El abismo estaba...
Next stop, the chasm.
Eso estaba lejitos, ¿no? El abismo. Se supone que está... A ver, vamos a ver un momentito el mapa. Aquí. Paso del Lingyu. Pues vamos por aquí. Ya leo. Madre mía, la que estamos avanzando en un momentito, ¿eh? Parece mentira, pero... Una misión interesante, una misión divertida. Y no sé, me está llevando rato, pero es lo que digo, merece la pena porque al final son estas las misiones, ¿no? Que tanto enganchan, que tanto dices, ¡buah! Qué ganas de ver más y más de ellas. Y a mí por lo menos eso me llena de satisfacción, tengo que decirlo. Me gusta muchísimo cómo están enfocadas. Y yo qué sé, pues creo que es algo guay, especial, que al final siempre mola, ¿no? Así que bueno, vamos a ver un poquito en este caso qué hacemos y a ver cómo lo vamos haciendo. Sobre todo importante, ¿no? También tener en cuenta las cosas. Vamos aquí a venir, en este caso, lo easy. Y bueno, parece que hay que ir hacia allá, ¿no? Lo que os recomiendo yo es que de aquí saltéis hacia aquí. Para allí está el objetivo, así que vamos a intentar venir a engancharnos aquí. Y de allí vamos corriendo on fire. Yo he saltado un poco mal, pero deberíais de poder llegar bien a la zona. Y si no, lo que digo, la pequeña escalada que vamos a tener que hacer será fácil, así que no debería haber problema, ¿vale? Ahí está. El truquillo. El buen enganche aquí, el grapple. Vale. Seguimos con sprint. Tenía muchísimas ganas de ver qué tal continuaba esta gran aventura. Y no sé, o sea, me dan muchas ganas de seguir con las misiones legendarias. Tengo ahora mismo una con muchas ganas de hacer, que es la de Tartaglia, pero esta es indispensable para desbloquear la de Tartaglia. Además de que, bueno, probablemente lo que digo, me faltan todavía la de Mona y la de Zhongli. Vamos aquí.
Hello there. Are you in charge of the core lapis here?
Aha, finally. I thought you might come. I hear the Feiyun Commerce Guild has been buying up all the core lapis stock in Liu. As it happens, I do have a batch of core lapis that hasn't been shipped yet.
¿De cuánto dinero estamos hablando?
The original buyer's price was already quite high, so...
7 millones de moras.
Are you serious? We spent less than 100,000 more on the...
I'm afraid it has to go to the highest bidder. I'm breaching an existing agreement by selling to you, so... look, you have your problems to deal with and I have mine. You can take it or leave it. So if you're not...
All right. We'll pay, even if it is a ridiculous price. When we get back, we'll just have to tell the guild that we'll sell to this gentleman at 4 times the normal price in the future.
Wait, surely there's no need for that. Please, don't do this. It's not even your money. Why be so frugal with it?
It might be the guild's money, but we'll have a tough time explaining to our boss why we spent so much in one go. If he asks, all we can do is mention your name and say you gouged just over the price.
I understand. There's just one other thing, though. There's been an issue with the delivery of this batch. I don't know where exactly, but if I can't retrieve the goods, I can't sell them to you either. So maybe you could go and look for the carts? There should be 5 of them in total.
Vale.
If you... Oh, thank you very much.
That's that then. Well, no time to lose.
Pues nada. A buscar el Corlapis en 5 carros, ¿no? Os he dicho. Joder, hay un... Bueno, esto, lo bueno es que está lleno de cosas de estas que podemos interactuar, ¿no? Para pillar ahí. Pero primero voy a ir por aquí a coger... Está por aquí, ¿no? Para pillarlo. Vamos a cambiar un momentito a Jin. Vamos a esperar a tener un poquito de estamina y ya sabéis, arriba. Siempre arriba. Perfecto. Y algo me dice que allí está el primero de los carros. Vamos a ver si lo sorprendemos desde el aire. Vale, parece que tenemos 1 de 5. Bien. Hay que seguir buscando los carruajes. Aquí tenemos también un cofre, así que vamos a por él.
No rest for the wicked.
Voy a quitarme el tirandero. Me deja. Vamos allá. Claro, me he juntado todos los enemigos. Ya. Tirarlo y ahora sí lo metemos con todo. Está por arriba, no se puede golpear, así que es fácil. Te ha bugueado, ¿no? Tenemos el cofre desbloqueado y venimos y lo cogemos. Vale, ingenio, ojo, no está mal, 10 los ojos. Ha merecido la pena. Vamos a ver, tenemos que encontrar todavía las carretillas, así que vamos a buscar los pedidos. Vale. ¿Por qué estás en una de ellas? Vale. Vale, aquí tenemos un punto incluso de panorámica, así que vamos a ir por aquí a acabar con los Ichus. Por aquí dejamos la panorámica. Y otro menos. Vale. supone que aquí hay otro, ¿no?
Oh, yeah. Make a note of...
Sigue faltando uno. Vale, ese ahí al fondo. Vale, pues ya los tenemos. Perfecto.
Hurry, quick! That guy said there were 5 carts in total, so that should be all of them. Let's get back. This has all been quite exhausting for poor little Paimon. He definitely owes Paimon some snacks.
Te recuerdo, Paimon, que eres tú el que me debe ahora mismo una cenita, ¿eh? Vamos a entregar.
Here, we've made a note of the cart's locations. All 5 of them. Can you sell us the core lapis now?
Oh, wonderful. Thank you both. Yes, let's make this official.
Vale.
Done and dusted. We
Buen
make a
trabajo.
great team, don't we? Now for the final stop on our core lapis crawl. To Chang the Ninth's place.
Vale, pues ahora tenemos que volver, en este caso, a la aldea de Qingce, así que lo mejor es que vayamos por el mapa y viajemos desde aquí. Por tanto, ya sabéis, venimos hacia aquí. Y os recomiendo el teletransportador que tenemos aquí mismo desbloqueado. Así que vamos allá. Y bueno, aquí estamos cerca de Chang, lo veo, así que vamos a hablar con él.
Just who I was hoping to see. I was just thinking to myself, Gentry Mount-sized thugs have been mysteriously absent for a while now. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Oh, don't worry. You won't be hearing from them again.
Jeje.
Oh? What happened?
No solo eso, también queremos comprar todo tu core lápiz.
Huh? Oh, I see now. You're in this trade too. So you're trying to beat him to the post, eh? Appearances can be deceiving, that's for sure.
No.
But I don't care who you are. A discount of 70% is simply impossible. The maximum I can do is 40% off, and even then I'm only breaking even.
No need. We'll take it at the market rate.
You mean you're not trying to force the price down? What's going on? I can't believe it. I will make a profit on this batch after all. But Gentry Mount-sized thugs could still come back after I've sold it.
If Paimon told you they're not gonna bother you again, then you'd better believe they're not gonna bother you again.
No se preocupe, ¿está seguro de vendérmelo a mí?
Huh. Okay, then. My situation can hardly get worse from here in any case. But tell me, what on earth do you plan to do with so much core lapis?
Actually, it's for a commission. Can't go into too much detail.
Enviaremos a alguien para recoger el producto más tarde.
Thank you. Thank you a million times over. I really don't know what to say.
No os agradezco todavía, espere hasta que hayamos terminado.
Good people always get what's coming to them in the end. And so will the nasty people. Anyway, let's get going, because apparently we have a show to watch.
Vale. Pues nada, otra aquí pedacito de experiencia. Y el caballero estoico hay que ir de nuevo a Feiyun, ¿no? Vale. Vamos a venir aquí. Vamos al mapa. Y vamos a Liyue. Aquí, vale, concretamente. Cordillera de Tianeng. ¡Allá vamos! Me está gustando el tema de la historia, lo que digo, creo que es una... Es como las fábulas estas chinas que están tan guays, ¿no? Como lo de la escudo y la lanza, ¿no? Te va un poquito enseñando el tema del balance, ¿no? De la economía. Y no sé, me está gustando mucho el cómo lo están resolviendo todo, la verdad. Está bastante interesante. Se aprecia que estos detallazos dentro de un juego como puede ser Genshin Impact. Y bueno, de todos los sitios se aprende y también de los videojuegos, ¿no? En este caso creo que puede ser algo muy, muy importante para también percibir esas cosas, ¿no? Que no se suelen ver en todos los juegos. Así que vamos a ver un poquito por aquí. A ver qué encontramos. Aquí normalmente había enemigos, pero está... Vamos a ver.
Welcome. The final act in this drama would not be complete without you two here as audience.
You better believe it. We're the ones who've been doing all the work. What exactly have you been doing all this time?
Well, naturally, I used the time to immerse myself completely in Legend of the Shattered Halberd. I managed to finish the book off, and I enjoyed every minute of it. Divine Halberd, an ominous sword. Mir and Wei Yang. The way the story develops across the first 5 volumes. Nothing short of exemplary. But the 6th volume? How blessed we are to have such an author grace our world with such works.
And this is related to Gentry Moutsai how?
It's not. But when something surpasses expectations to such a degree, one must show one's appreciation.
Predijiste hasta el último detalle, ¿verdad?
And it is thanks to your help that everything will play out just as—
Why does Paimon have to be the only one who doesn't get what's going on? So go on then, tell me, what are we doing here? And what's this big dramatic showdown thing that's supposed to happen?
Think about it. Gentry Moutsai goes searching for Core Lapis all over Liyue Harbor, and he doesn't find a single piece. He panics. Without the goods, he can't fulfill his contract. And if he can't fulfill his contract, he can't stay in good standing with the Fatui. He hears a rumor that the Feiyun Commerce Guild is the culprit. Panic turns to disbelief. Gentry Moutsai is a hugely powerful figure in the business world. Never has anyone dared to target him like this. So regardless of whether it is revenge or a swift resolution that he seeks, he is certain to—
So it was you! You were the one sticking your necks out for Chang the Ninth!
Speak of the devil.
I went everywhere trying to find someone selling Core Lapis before I realized the Feiyun Commerce Guild had been on an acquisition spree. Core Lapis is hardly a rare mineral, and yet suddenly the stocks dry up, just like that. Explain—
We are not persecuting you, but protecting another, one to whom I am indebted. Was it not one of your own men who said, "This isn't over"?
You clearly don't know what's good for you. I won't beat around the bush. Master, if you please, seize their Core Lapis.
Pues nada, a por el jefe. Vamos a ello.
Rain outlines your fate.
You're open.
Barbados, guide us.
By royal decree. I'm going in.
You're open.
Vamos allá.
You're open.
Vale, aquí está el jefazo, ¿no? Vamos allá.
Wait, hear me. Barely a scratch.
Oz, reveal thyself.
Vamos allá, cambiamos a Bennett. Rota. Cambiamos a Bennett otra vez. Esto.
Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power of the wasp.
Can't run from death.
Vale.
Impressive. You are no commoners. To continue this fight would be to incur greater losses than I can accept.
Their strength is almost spent. Finish them off! The Core Lapis is almost within our grasp.
Might I remind you that the Fatui's relationship with you extends to business matters only?
What are you saying? Master, Everything I did with only one thing in mind. To complete the order.
Then figure it out by yourself.
Don't go. Wait. Master, wait!
My lord, what are you doing here? Are you hurt?
Thanks to this valiant young man, I am unscathed.
My lord?
Joven maestro?
You? You are the heir of the Feiyun Commerce Guild?
Indeed, my liege. I am Xing Cho, disciple of the Guhua clan and second son of the Feiyun Commerce Guild manager, and—
Rats! I've been played like a fiddle.
Gentry Moutsai. Coercion and intimidation are hardly the attributes of a respectable businessman. The problems that your business practices have created, I have sought to resolve through mine. I shudder to think what the Fatui will do with you if you fail to provide their core lapis.
You meddling swine. Well, go on. Tell me, what will you sell it for?
Since you asked Chang the Ninth for a discount of 70%, let's fight fire with fire, shall we? 3 times the market rate sounds fair, no?
How dare you subject me to such viciousness?
Deep breaths now. This is a simple decision. Will you buy or not?
Se la ha devuelto,
Fine. Have it your way.
On behalf of the Feiyun Commerce Guild, I thank you for your business, and hope you will continue to do business with us in future.
You? Funny speaking, book reading, guhua geeking Xing Cho are the heir of the Feiyun Commerce Guild? So that massive stash of Mora you let us burn through in a day? That was from your private vault?
'Twas but a paltry sum. I got to make a very sound investment while putting Gentry Moutsai in his place. A classic 2 birds, 1 stone situation.
Solo un poco, o sea, eran millones. Pero vale, para él era nada, un poco los ahorritos ahí, ¿no? Realmente las apariencias engañan.
You're too kind. You have valor in your heart, and that is worthy of admiration.
Yikes! Paimon's been calling you Guhua Geek this whole time. Paimon read in one of these martial artist novels that when rich heirs like you get angry at someone, you have their arms and legs chopped off. Paimon's toast, and sorry, very sorry. Please don't hurt Paimon.
Calm down. Since you can fly, you hardly need your legs anyway.
Save me, save me. This is not a drill. Repeat, this is not a drill.
Obviamente está bromeando, Paimon.
Jokes aside, I have the 2 of you to thank for this successful resolution. Really, you were a huge help. Meanwhile, Legend of the Shattered Halberd was positively riveting. Much obliged if you could return it to Chang the Ninth for me. I did nothing, and hence deserve none of his gratitude. The 2 of you, meanwhile, those to have made such valiant and chivalrous friends is more than enough for me, my liege.
My lord, forgive the intrusion. It's about your father.
Please inform my father thusly. I have averted a disaster and earned a sizable sum of money in the process. Might this meritorious act compensate for my prior transgressions and earn me a few more days of freedom, perchance? Legend of the Shattered Halberd speaks of a domain that I should very much like to investigate.
For all your clever long words, the fact is you're just a lazy bones who doesn't want to work.
What if I told you that a reward awaits you at Chang the Ninth's palace, and not just his gratitude?
A reward? Well, that sweetens the deal somewhat.
It seems whatever I say, there's no persuading you to stay.
¿Por qué no nos dijiste que Xingqiu era el heredero de Feiyun?
Oh, I didn't realize you weren't aware.
Thank you in advance for returning the book for me. I will take my leave now. May we meet again, fellow merchants.
¡Madre mía! Pedazo de misión, ¿eh? Vale, hemos desbloqueado la entrada y ahora pues por lo visto tenemos que ir a devolverlo. Así que obviamente lo que os recomiendo es el teleport de siempre, ¿no? Vamos a venir aquí. Y ya sabéis, vamos hacia la aldea Qingse al teletransportador. Él se encuentra arriba, así que no deberíamos de tardar mucho tiempo. ¿Qué queréis que os diga? Me ha parecido una flipada auténtica todo esto, porque al final, lo que digo, las apariencias efectivamente han engañado, nos la ha colado que flipas. Y no sé, me ha gustado mucho la historia de este personaje con el tema de cómo ha combinado artes marciales con el tema de los libros, ¿no? Con el tema del comercio del Liyue. Realmente creo que es una historia muy enriquecedora, tanto para el lore de Genshin Impact, como lo que digo, para un mensaje, aprender algo, ¿no? Una cosa que podemos aprender, ¿no? Con este tipo de historias también del tema de la avaricia, la codicia, el tema de, no sé, los negocios, cómo la gente hace las cosas y tal. No sé, la verdad que creo que, lo que digo, han sabido elaborar muy bien los guiones de las misiones y hacen que la experiencia realmente sea inolvidable, de verdad. Este juego me tiene atrapado, pero es que con razón, y lo estáis viendo. Hay tanto que hacer, tanto que descubrir, que al final uno queda enamorado del mundo de Teyvat. Así que ahora, sin más dilación, vamos hacia arriba y vamos a ver cómo continuamos nuestra aventura. Vamos allá. Me caí, me quedé sin estamina. Suficiente. Vale, vamos allá. ¡Hey!
Finally, you're back. This morning, the pawnbroker showed up and gave me back my entire collection. I'm positive that you must have been behind this once again. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
No fue gran cosa, nos alegra haber podido ayudar.
Please don't say that. You have no idea how much this means to me. The Chang family was a prestigious household in Liyue back in the day. Unfortunately, after I took over the family's affairs as heir, a series of business setbacks devoured our Since then, I've saved for years, hoping to restore the house to its former glory. In the end, everything was riding on this Corlapis deal. Were it not for you, this barren wasteland in the mountains would have become my final resting place.
Wow, that's the second heir we've met in this town.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing? Oh, here's your book back.
Wonderful. Legend of the Shattered Halberd. I was beginning to think that Guhua rascal had swindled me.
Do people really look down on the Guhua clan so much?
Actually, the art is centuries old, and was once held in high esteem. But now it has faded beyond recognition. To instigate a revival, you need to inject some fresh blood, but it's hard to attract budding young talent to a dying art. In any case, Guhua kids these days. Take that young rascal Xingqiu, for instance. For all his talk about repaying kindness with kindness and whatnot, what has he done to show for it? What does it matter? Anyway, you wanted the Liyue volume of the Teyvat travel guide, didn't you? I'll fetch it for you. It's yours to keep. In addition, here is but a small token of appreciation for your huge generosity.
Al fin, nuestro viaje valió la pena después de todo.
My ore is sold, and my treasured books have returned.
Marcapáginas extraño, ¿eh?
What?
What was that? Paimon saw something fall out.
Oh, nothing. That little rascal surely isn't.
Vale, pues hemos completado Fábula de Textile, acto 1 completado, el ratón de biblioteca. Y bueno, aquí está la recompensa en forma de 60 protogemas, muy bien. Pero ok, vamos a ver porque parece que he desbloqueado algo más. Se supone que durante el transcurso de esta misión, si mal no recuerdo, he desbloqueado otra de las de... Aquí está, ¿no? Vale, esta es de nuestro amiguito, ya sabéis, de la licencia para Ivanovich. Esto ya la haremos, no os preocupéis, lo vamos a ir completando en otro vídeo. Esta no es principal, así que de momento la dejaré parada. Pero bueno, está bien porque nos da, como veis, 100.000 moras, que no es poco. Y bueno, ahora ya veis, aquí tenemos las dos siguientes, así que ahora va la pregunta del millón. ¿Cuál de las dos queréis ver primero? ¿La misión legendaria de en este caso, nuestro querido Zhongli o la de Mona? Vosotros decididlo en comentarios y así sabré qué próximo vídeo voy a grabar para el canal para que vosotros disfrutéis un poco más conmigo del lore de Genshin Impact. Espero que os haya gustado el vídeo, espero que os lo haya pasado en grande. Soy José Herrero, esto es KTS y ya lo sabéis, nos vemos en la próxima. Adiós, me voy a dormir.